Yo, what's going on, my beautiful people? Today, I am dedicating this video to every single comment I get on every video I upload.
Settings. Can you do a setting video? Could you make a video on your settings? BTW, you are insane. Such an amazing player lover video. Do you use aim assist? What are those settings? Comment all. Don't be shy, drop a settings video. Bro, you're insane. I'm subbing before you blow up. What's your sensitivity? What sensitivity you use? Settings. Sensitivity settings video. I play Mac. What's your sense? What aim response settings? What is your setting? Thoughtful face at post your settings plus.
So the first thing is the most important setting on this game. If you take anything from this video, I hope you take this one advice. Go to your settings, go to your graphics tab, and right here, have your motion blur disabled. Sometimes it'll be on self only, sometimes it'll be enabled. Make sure it is disabled. Now when it's enabled, as you guys can see, like my gun looks blurry. I don't really know how to explain it, but like turn it off and you will notice no blurriness. Now this is the really important setting, okay? I thought motion blur was the most important, but this one here is the reason I am good at this game, I would say. So right now, this is called 60 field of view. You are capped at 60 field of view. This is default on almost every game, so it doesn't matter if you're on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, you can go into your graphics setting and change your field of view. Now, this is what field of view does, right? This is 60, right? And let's go to 70. This is 70, and already you can notice a difference. First of all, you can actually see far left and far right of the screen that you can see the doorway now. This is just going from 10 upwards. So 60. 70, 80, you can see both doors fully, and you can even see the stairwell, and I know people are coming up from there. If I had 60, there was no way I would have seen them, right? 90, I can see the full both doors clear as day. This is 100. This is 100. I can see all the way over here, all the way around, all the way to the edge with 100. This is 120. This is 120. I could... Hold on, I need to get inside. Yep. And just a reminder, this is what 60 looks like. I can't see either of the doors, and I can see nothing. This is 120. I personally use 101. So once you've changed your field of view, ADS field of view, always change that to affected. So if your field of view is different, make sure that it is affected because you're no longer using the default. Brightness is a very weird one. I use 100. It sometimes looks really off for you guys. Like this might look really bright, but you can actually stick to your own brightness. It's totally up to you. Colorblind mode, a lot of people don't really notice this is a thing, but pretty much you can change anything you want. So if there's an enemy color such as the minimap, such as their name tag, if you don't want it to be red, you can make it purple. I personally choose a darker red just so I can see it a bit more bright. Safe area bounds, don't think it makes any difference with this. If you're playing on a massive TV or something, maybe you need to go onto your actual console settings rather than this setting. Master volume, I have 81. Sound effects has to be on 100. No matter what, that has to be on 100. If my master volume's 81, this is 81, but I would always max these two out. So sound effect volume 100 and the other ones don't really matter. Audio preset is high boost. I use high boost and I feel like I can hear footsteps a lot louder, a lot more clearer. Main reason, footsteps is the most important thing when I'm playing. If I hear someone, even when they're running dead silence, I thank high boost. Voice chat is not very important because it actually sucks in this game. HUD Elements, I have not changed anything on my HUD apart from one thing, which is ally health bars. If there's an enemy and there's a teammate right next to each other and you see two massive health bars, it's going to be distracting. This is my controller settings. So my horizontal and vertical sensitivity is 14. I would not go 14 and like a different sensitivity. I would make sure they're both the same. If you've got like a really fast speed and then a really slow up and down, that's just going to really put you off. So make sure your stick is both the same for horizontal and vertical. Now right here, this is where it gets tricky for a lot of people. A lot of people will be using sensitivity such as like 6 and 6. Personally fine, obviously you want to be as accurate as possible when you're moving left and right. However, this sensitivity does not affect your aiming down sight speed. The only reason you want to be accurate and have a slower sensitivity is when you're aiming down sight. So to put in perspective, this is me on max sensitivity. This is going to be really trippy on your eyes. To me, I can see perfectly fine and always be accurate. Obviously, that looks insane to you guys. There's a reason it's called insane. However, this is the important setting here. This is what impacts everything. This is me moving as fast as I can left and right. So even for me being really fast, I don't use the recommended. I use lower than the recommended because when I'm snapping onto people, I want to be slow. ADS stick zoom, I have it on 4. 4 and 1 make no difference when I'm on the highest sensitivity. If I am on 1, it is exactly the same as 4 because it cannot go higher than 14. However, if you're on 10, 10, if you want to go higher than 10 for when you're scoped in and out of your scope, you will need to up it. Button layout, I use default. I wouldn't go crazy with a button layout, especially when you hold controllers weird like me. So guys, this is how I hold the controller. This is very scuffed how I'm doing it. So this is how most people hold the controller, I think, right? This is how I hold it. Exactly the same way, but my finger here is pushing circle, triangle, square, and X. So my finger doesn't have to let go of this analog stick. I would say it's one of the best ways to do it. You can buy a specific controller that's got paddles at the back, so right here where your fingers rest, there's actually buttons that you can add to your controller. That's called a scuff controller if you guys are ever interested in that. The way I play with this can give you carpal tunnel, I think it's called. If you're not used to this layout, do not do it. But since I've been doing it for so long, like I don't feel anything, so. Also, so for flip, I use default. I would recommend flipped. However, I just can't get used to it. So flipped is you shoot with the bumpers, aim down with the bumpers, and you use your tacticals with the triggers. When you're shooting, you actually have like a delay because you need to fully pull down a trigger to shoot rather than just pushing a button and instantly shooting. The best one is definitely flipped, but I use default. Inverted look, I don't recommend this at all. Some people actually prefer this, and this is just trippy. But so up is down and down is up. Personally, I think I could get used. Okay, no, I could not get used to this at all. If you read dynamic, it is faster initial response that smooths out. So aim response curve, as you guys can see, it will tell you all about it on the screen. I will use dynamic. Faster initial response is the best for me because I like to be able to go straight into fights, snap on, snap on. I recommend dynamic. I think you guys should try it. Controller vibration, I have on disabled. A lot of people use enabled. I think it is a distraction when you're playing. Controller vibration is a distraction. So target aim assist, enabled. No matter what, you need to enable target aim assist. That is so important. Target aim assist mode, for me, I use precision. As you can see, if you read it, I would say it is the best for accurate players. ADS aim assist, when aiming down sights, your aim will quickly move towards the target. Now, airborne mantle behavior, a lot of people will disagree with me on this part, but I see a lot of people when they jump, it automatically makes them climb something. I have it on manual. I have it on second press. So when I'm jumping next to an obstacle, it doesn't make me automatically climb it. If I want to climb it, I need to jump twice. Aim down sight behavior, I have this as hold. Steady aim behavior, this is when you're hard scoping with a sniper. Armor behavior, from my experience, I think this only affects you on Fireteam Dirty Bomb. Attack vehicle control mode is only related to Fireteam Dirty Bomb and 12v12. Now, advanced stick layout. This is the most important setting, although I say this for every setting, but this is one of the most important settings if you have a thing called stick drift. When I am standing still, my controller loves to drift really far to the left or really far to the right. If you put your controller down, just watch your screen and see if you're drifting to the left or the right. Whatever it is drifting to, let's say it's drifting far to the left, put this up. I would have it on 0 if I could, but my sticks are like, over time been worn down, so I have it on 13 because that stops it from drifting to the left. Now to the right, I have it on 4 because my right analog stick rather than my left one is a little less sensitive, so I can have it on 4. Now again, the max input should be 99, but since my left analog stick is broken, I have it on 93 to compensate for like stick drift. Right stick max input, as I said guys, my max input for my right analog stick does not matter because it is fine, so I have it on 99. Auto Auto move forward I have disabled. So auto sprint should probably not be enabled for a lot of competitive players, mainly because when you're in a fight, you want to be able to shoot as quick as possible. You want to react quicker. So when you automatically sprint, it puts your gun away. If you've got like a close engagement, you want to be the first to respond, and you do not want to be in a sprint animation and be caught out. So sprint cancels reload I have disabled because I like to reload and make sure, especially with auto sprint enabled, I do not want to be able to not have my gun reloaded. Equipment behavior I use hold. Interact reload behavior. Put this to prioritize reload. I don't know how many times I need to tell people this. Make sure it's prioritizing your reload. When you're trying to reload a gun and it accidentally makes you pick up a gun or something, make sure it's prioritized reload. Right guys, and this is my complete settings video. On all serious note, thank you guys for all the support on my channel. You guys have been absolutely amazing to my Cold War videos and I've done so good, so thank you guys for all the support. This video is kind of a one-off because I have been requested this a lot of times, so I felt like I had to upload a video of my settings. If you guys made it to the end, comment GOAT in the comment section. Just GOAT, okay? And I know you've watched it to the end. If you've not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video.